What's up, guys? I'm going to do a video on handstand progressions today. So I'm going to start with some simple exercises you can perform to help you progress into doing full handstands. So this is kind of the route that I took and what worked for me. So we'll get started with just some regular pikes and work into more advanced pikes until we get into actual handstand holds against the wall facing, and kick up to the wall handstands, and then from there you move in to actual freestanding handstands. So it's really just all about building that shoulder and core stability and confidence being in the inverted position. Some people just have kind of a phobia or I don't know, just a little bit of uneasiness being in the inverted position, being upside down. So pikes help with that. Pikes you can start with your feet on the floor, then you slowly will elevate our feet using boxes and things like that, and then eventually the wall, and then you work your way into actual handstands using the wall for support. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is a pike using one of these boxes here. So we're gonna elevate the feet a little bit, get in the pike position, which is kind of simulates the handstand position, but your feet aren't above you. You're not completely inverted. So. In order to develop your stability, core strength, and shoulder stability, shoulder strength, you know, start with the pike, go for sets of 30 seconds, you know, a few of those with minimal rest or rest as needed. And then work your way up. You just want to continue to elevate your feet until you get more comfortable being inverted and you develop the necessary strength to hold yourself in the inverted position. So what I would do is from here, so we'll raise it up to where it's about waist high with the boxes. And after this, we'll move to the wall because it'll be more effective. So really try to work yourself, might need to stretch a little bit, but you want to try to work yourself and get in about a 90-degree angle with your legs so that you're really simulating that inverted, that upside down position. And if you see there at the end how I rolled out of that, you're going to want to start practicing those from the very beginning. Even if you want to just practice rolling on the floor. You're going to want to get comfortable with rolling out like that, because when you start working on handstands, when you start doing wall-facing handstands, that is the safest and most effective way to come out of a wall-facing handstand. And then also when you start doing handstands and your body weight starts to move forward, I see people that'll throw their arm in front of them and fall to the side and things like that. You're going to get hurt doing that, and you're going to use a lot more energy than you need to. So if you're comfortable with just rolling forward, you just roll right out of it and start again. So as you work on pikes and other things, practice rolling out like that. And that way, when you start doing handstands, you'll have a safe way of falling whenever you need to fall. Once you get comfortable holding the pike position with your feet elevated, you know, about waist high or a little bit more, using some boxes, then you'll want to move to the wall. And you can start at the wall if you want. It just requires a little bit more core stability because you don't have your feet sitting on top of something. So let's move over to here to the wall and we'll go from there. So like I said, if you've got the core stability already and the strength in your shoulders and core, you can start with the wall if you want. This is, you know, I'm trying to start with the lowest regression to help anyone who needs to develop that strength, the easiest way to work your way up. So anyway, once you get to the wall, we'll start putting our feet against the wall, and then from there you'll just raise it higher and higher each time as you get more comfortable and get a little bit stronger in the inverted position until eventually you're in a handstand. once you get to where you're comfortable in the being completely inverted, being in the wall-facing handstand, you'll want to start practicing kicking your feet off the wall and holding that handstand. That's where being able to roll right out of that is going to become very valuable for you, so you don't just fall and hurt yourself. You want to be able to roll out with no problems and then get back in the position. So start working on kicking your toes off and hold your feet off the wall. You want to have your nose touching the wall and your toes touching the wall, but not your core, so that you're not sinking in, so to speak. And you're really using all that necessary strength to hold yourself upside down. So I'll show you trying to kick the feet off a little bit. That's what will help you practice holding the handstands when you're not using the wall. So there's little exercises you can try. Just try to alternate one foot off, on, and then work on getting both of your feet, both sets of toes off the wall, and hold that handstand for as long as possible. And then where the kick-up handstands become valuable for the wall is you want to practice kicking your legs up there as gracefully as possible. When you first start, you might find that you're slamming your legs against the wall. That means when you kick up for a handstand out on the floor, you're just going to fall forward. So you really want to work on getting your legs up there smoothly and as gracefully as possible, so that you can more easily get into that position where you find that perfect balance. So again, if you find that you're just slamming your legs against the wall, that's totally normal. Just work on getting it up there smooth and graceful, and it should really be kind of a soft contact with the wall once you get more comfortable, get better at that movement. At that point, continue to practice wall-facing handstands, but also it's time to start practicing them on the floor. So once you're comfortable in the inverted position, once you've establish some ability to balance using the wall-facing handstands, and once you've gotten your kick-ups pretty smooth, then you want to make it part of your workout. You want to be out on the floor and actually trying to do handstands. And a combination of those things will bring you success. One last thing, as you're practicing handstands, you always want your feet to be together. When your feet are apart, you're creating unnecessary imbalances. You're having to worry about controlling your feet. Just kick them up there, get your feet together, touch your shoes together every time. Then you'll just do it naturally, and that won't become a point of failure for you. So I hope this helps. If you want to learn handstands, it's really not that hard. It just takes discipline and consistency and the right progressions. And so these are the things that I've learned from other people, and I hope that they will help you as well. Gains. Always keep learning, always keep pushing yourself, keep challenging yourself, and stay consistent, and you'll make gains.